Hi everyone, my name's Charlotte and I'm going to be showing you how to set up a Wix account for your lessons and your projects throughout this year. So what you're going to do is get Google up and you're simply going to type in Wix. It will be the first one that comes up. It is wix.com. Okay, I'll be sending this link in your team's channels, so do not worry if you can't find it. Okay, so I am going to be showing you how to get started from your point of view. Alright, I've already got my Wix accounts, which you will see at the beginning of every project because your briefs and your live briefs will all be on there. But Wix is generally how we present our work throughout the whole academic year. We do a lot of traditional work, but all of our digital work will be on here. Okay, so we now need to sign up. We need to sign up with a student email. So I would suggest doing your college email. Okay, so you now need to confirm your email. Perfect, and then you need to choose a password. Okay, and it will tell you if you've got a good password or a bad password. Okay, so for us that is brilliant, that's fine, that's what we need to be able to set up. Just make sure that they are both the same, and please write down your passwords because throughout this academic year you will have a lot of softwares that you need to log into and remember your passwords for. So write down on the notes page or anything like that. It will ask you if you are a robot, so we'll spend a couple of minutes doing this. It can come up quite a bit, which is a bit annoying, but it is worth it because the way that we use our Wix accounts and we use them every day. So what I'll be saying to you is as soon as you come into your lessons, I'll be right, okay, let's get logged on, get ready, because our PCs can take a little while to turn on. So I never save my password just because you all share PCs. Obviously you don't share accounts, but it's good to keep your privacy on because it is your work and you don't want anyone seeing that, okay, other than me. So you will be, okay, we can skip all of this and I'm going to suggest that you skip all of these, okay. You do not want AI either, okay, so you want to set up without your AI. Again, down here on the right hand side you're going to skip everything for me and it is now preparing your dashboard. So you can choose templates if you wish to. So your site will be called, again, skip this, we will deal with this at another point. You can do it, but if you are going to set your name of your site, then you need to set that up as your name, okay, and your student number, okay, because when it comes to the examiner marking your work, that is what they will be looking for. All right, so again, skip all of this, they don't need to know that. Skip. Okay, continue to dashboard. All right, so now it's preparing your dashboard ready so we can start editing. All right, so now you can see at the top left hand corner you can see my name and what my site, and I am the owner of this site. So what you will do throughout your first year, you will have a website per year as well as one for your exam unit. So for all your projects from September to February will be on one website. Then you will have a separate website for your final major project, which is your exam unit. All right, so we are now going to go to designing our site. You do not want to pick a template, but you also don't want to generate one. Okay, so continue with setup for now. That's what you need to be doing at the bottom hand side. So you're going to click up here on the right hand side. It's going to try and get you to set. Oh, it's not let me do it, so maybe we'll go for pick a template. Please don't set up one with AI because it will not work and it will see that you're attached to AI for your exam unit, so please don't do that. So if you go down here and go to blank templates, it will show you a start from scratch. That is what I would like you all to use, please. All right, We're then going to click edit, and that will make us our website. What this does, it gives you a blank canvas to be creative. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you have to use black, white and grey, not at all. You can make it your own, but it saves us cutting loads of different pages that it was trying to give you with the templates. Alright, so Wix to start with is a little bit tricky. However, get a week in and you will absolutely be flying. So you have your pages, alright, which is up here. You have your main pages for your menu bar, alright. So to add a menu, you just have your home, alright. What will happen is I'm going to show you exactly how you will need to be presenting your work throughout this academic year. So you're going to go on the plus button, and down here you will see a menu and anchor bar. First of all, we're just going to keep it simple, and we're going to go over to home and about, and that is where your menu tabs are going to be for your website. Then we want to add a text, okay, because I need to know who you all are. Alright, because I have 90 learners a year, 90 different websites, okay, so I do need to know who you all are. So you're going to add a heading, can be any heading that you like, and up here you are just going to put your name. So I'll put my name for the time being, okay, and my student number. Brilliant. Okay, and you can make it as pretty as you want later on, alright. But for the time being, we're just going to leave it like that. To add different pages, you're going to go on Manage Pages. You're going to click on Add Menu Item. New page. It always needs to be a new page, because otherwise you will get all of this and different connections that you don't want. So you need to click on the blank page, which is the left hand side at the top in the dark blue button with white writing. Okay, you can then duplicate these for the time being. So say for example we're going to have about 4 projects before our exam unit. So I'm just going to duplicate these along, and then I'm going to rename them in a moment. So if this was your comic book project, for example, comic book, okay, and then we did a stop motion. I'm not saying that this is what we're going to be doing this year, but this is just an example. Mental canvas. And then what else could we do? A 3D toy. These are the projects that we have covered previously. So just an example. So what will happen is all your work for that will be on here. So remember, what I always say is if it's not on your website, you haven't done it. Okay, this is how I evidence all your work to the examiner when it is being marked at the end of the year and throughout the academic year. Alright, so if it's not on your website, it doesn't count, whether it's traditional or not. Yes, I can see it, but the examiner will not be able to see it. Okay, so that is what you would be doing. So you could click on your comic book page. When you click on the blue on the left hand side, that means that you are working on that page, and it will highlight it in blue for you. Okay, so as you go down, you can make it as pretty as you can. Some of you might have used Wix already for freelancing or jobs or anything like that, but if you haven't, then I'm happy to show you in person. We will be working on this in person, but it's just in case anyone wants to watch a YouTube video, then you may do so. Okay, you can add your sections down here, so you can drag and drop them if you want basics. Say for example, would like a bit of colour, can drop that over, and you can then add a text box. Okay, so again, down the left hand side you can add a paragraph and you can write whatever you want. So obviously this will be about your work and things like that. It is really important, everyone, that you are making this so clear for me, because it is not only me that has to read this, it is the examiner. Okay, so it is really super important that you do understand that this has to be as clear for everyone to read. Alright, so also down the plus side you can experiment. I'll let you have time in lessons to be able to do this. You can upload photos, you can change your menu if you want to make it more pretty, you can add boxes, you can add decorations, you can add YouTube videos, which are all again I will show you how to be able to do that during your lesson times, other links to things such as websites or YouTube tutorials, or it could be links to other work, upload Word documents, PDFs and things like that. I will be showing you along your journey at Chelmsford College in the first half term and throughout the whole year and things like that. But that is how you set up your website. So what you do need to be doing, just need to move this over, is always saving and publishing your website, because if you save it, that's fine, you will always keep the latest up-to-date version. However, if you do not publish it, I will not, as your tutor, be able to mark your work because I won't be able to see the latest version. So it's always really super important that you do save, then publish at all times. Okay, so I've saved and published that now. So that is how you set up a Wix website. I will be always asking for the published link, okay? The published link is the most important one. So when you go onto your Teams and upload your assignment, what I'll be doing is asking you to copy and paste this link here and uploading that to your assignment page. Okay, so that is how you set up a Wix website. So thank you all for listening, and I will be doing more in lessons about how to decorate your Wix website to how you like it, but that is it for now. Thank you.